কি জিনিস ব্যবহার করা হয় to avert the evil eye?
Very good.
This was also my question.
Thank you very much, madam. Actually, in this essay, but I have not read out all these lines. Here you see, if you want to protect a piece of land, that is land growing crops and other things, you see that you use a kind of what? That's similar. Exactly, right. And here you use that. And here you have, there is rings, as you have heard from our chair.
রাজবংশী কোচ এবং অন্যান্য উপজাতি তাদের দোয়ে দোয়ে নেতা উল্কিয়া পুস্কার, মানে এমন নাম যে মুখে উচ্চারণ করে, এত বাজে বাজে নাম। তারপরে আমার আব্বা বললো যে তোর নাম করা গায়ক ছিল, বলে কিরে হাগুড়া, হাগুড়া ছাড়া নাম পাওয়া গেল না। হাগুড়া মানে দোজ কেন সে অনেকগুলো সিডি দিয়েছেন, ক্যাসেট দিয়েছেন, সেগুলো আবার দি স্পিরিটস, ইভিল স্পিরিটস। এবং ওনার বিশ্বাস, এটা আই থিঙ্ক ইউ টেক নোট অফ দিস, যে ইভিল স্পিরিটরা আমাদের চারপাশেই ঘুরে বেড়ায় এবং যখন দেখে যে এখানে অ্যাটাক করা যায় তখন সে সেখানে অ্যাটাক করে। সিমিলারলি দেয়ার আর সাম গুড স্পিরিটস হু আর রোভিং অ্যারাউন্ড আস। যখন দেখে যে এই লোকটা সবসময় ভগবানের নাম করছে, অথবা বুদ্ধিস্ট বুদ্ধদেবের বুদ্ধম শরণম গচ্ছামি, বুদ্ধম শরণে সবসময় বুদ্ধের নাম করছে, তখন আপনার দিকে তাকাচ্ছে। যেমন আমাদের সমাজে এখন অনেক বেশি কালপ্রিট ক্রেডিট কার্ড আছে, তো সেরকম স্পিরিটদের মধ্যে এরকম আছে যারা আপনাকে সহায়তা করতে। প্লিজ পুট আপ ইউর হ্যান্ড অ্যান্ড গিভ। যারা পড়েননি তারা নিশ্চিত খুব দুর্ভাগা। আমি পড়েছি, আমার কাছে আছে। এবং যারা পড়েছেন তার বই, যেটা বিচার গানের উপর, আপনারা জানেন যে বিচার গানের উপর সবচেয়ে ভালো কে লিখেছেন, আপনারা হাত তুলতে পারেন। সবচেয়ে ভালো বই লিখেছেন, তার নাম হল জসীমউদ্দিন। আমার জসীমউদ্দিন সাহেব বললেন, বাবা তোমার তবে কবি বলেই চিন্তা, আমি যে এত ভালো ভালো বইগুলি লেখলাম তোমরা তো ঘুরে খুঁজেও পড়লা না। স্যার কোন বই লিখছেন? কোনটা লেখিনি? জারি গান 500 পৃষ্ঠা, best book on Jari Gan so far written by anybody on earth. Murshida Gan 500 pages written by no other than জসীমউদ্দিন। এখন সেই পথে, এরপরে অবশ্য জারি গানের উপরে এক মহিলা লিখেছেন, আমেরিকার থেকে এসেছিলেন, আমার কাছে প্রায় আসতেন। ওর নামটা কি জানো? ম্যারি ড্যানহ্যাম। শি ইউজ টু কাম টু মাই হাউস। একটা বাইসাইকেলে করে একজন 70 বছরের বুড়ি মহিলা, তুমি কেন এসছো সকালে? তোমার সঙ্গে কিছু আমার সক্ষতা আছে। ভালো কথা। তা আমার ওয়াইফ বললো যে এই বুড়ি তোমার কাছে কি চায়? বলে বুড়ি চায় জারি গানের রহস্য। এবং সেই যে বইটা লিখেছে, আই লাইক টু ড্র ইউর অ্যাটেনশন টু দ্য বুক। ইফ ইউ হ্যাভেন্ট গট এ কপি, প্লিজ গেট ওয়ান, রিড ইট ফ্রম A to Z। এটা জসীমউদ্দিনের কথা বলেছেন। এবং আবুলগনি বয়াতি যার বাসায় আমি গেছি, আমি 4 বার তার বাসায় গেছি। আপনারা কবার গিয়েছেন হাত তোলেন? কেউ যায়নি। সমস্ত বাংলাদেশের লোকসঙ্গীত যারা গায় তাদের বাড়িতে বাড়িতে খুঁজে বার করেছি এবং ওদের প্রোগ্রামগুলো আমি এই আমার ঠিকানা, ভাড়া নদীর বাগে লৌকিক গান অনুষ্ঠান করেছি। কেন করেছি? সো দ্যাট উই ক্যান রেইজ আপ আ ব্লক অফ স্টুডেন্টস হু আর ইন্টারেস্টেড ইন ফোকলোর। আমরা পারিনি ফোকলোর ইনস্টিটিউট করতে, কিন্তু এরা যারা আছে এই
distinguished foreign guests, my colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My presentation will be accompanied by a video-based Gazir Gan, originated from the popular legend of Gazi Pir, a renowned saint who is believed to have lived in the Khulna region, included people from other religious communities. He is generally featured as riding on a tiger. He continues to be the pastoral saying of the woodcutters and beekeepers of the Sundarbans. People believe in the supernatural power of the saint. Kajirgarh is particularly popular in the districts of Khulna, Faridpur, Noakhali, Chittagong and Sylhet. Flautists and 4 or 5 dohas or chorus. Kajirgarh makes the audience feel the presence of God or favors to overcome my misfortune, to get cured of a disease. Cultures maintain beliefs that can be classified as folk beliefs. Folk beliefs appear in all. It is also the manifestation of a common folk belief that relates to asking favors from a peer. This folksome belief takes wide public expression as groups of bards move village to village to sing Kajirgarh. Conducted at Dhumuria in Khulna in 1994. Our team leader was Shamsuzzaman Khan, current Director General of Bangla Academy. Sharat Mandal is the master singer of a group. He is easily identifiable as he is dressed in red. His symbol of leadership is an asha inserted into the ground. After the initial ceremony, Sharat Mandal delivers a short speech. To followers of Sharat Mandal begin a dialogue in the manner of performing a drama, obviously a folk drama. The villagers seated around listen to them with rapt attention. Stories to impress them prior to the actual performance. This time he delivers a longer speech. He teaches humanism in verbal words. He tells the audience that men are equal. He cites examples to validate his statement. Then he starts singing and gradually captivates the audience. Sometimes his people sing in a chorus. The master singer tells the villagers that they will attain their unfulfilled desire or will overcome their suffering. if they pay homage to Gaji Pir and ask for his favors. He succeeds in captivating the audience in such a way that they will believe in the supernatural power of Gajir Pir and in the efficacy of his favorable response to their desires. Gajir Gan is indeed a wonderful way of strengthening and spreading the common folk. Forward. Little bit more, we have another 5 minutes. Please see the multimedia screen. Captivates the audience. Sometimes these people sing in a chorus. The master singer tells the villagers that they will achieve their unfulfilled desire or will overcome their suffering if they pay homage to Gajir Pir and ask for his favors.
গাজীর গান আবার শোনা যাবে আবার কোন ফোকলোর কনফারেন্স। I think we have enjoyed the deliberations by the speaker along with the video presentation, and I thank you, my friend Murshid, who has presented in a wonderful manner. Is a very golden voice. আপনার কণ্ঠ এত ভালো আমি জানতাম না, খুব সুন্দর কণ্ঠ। এবং যে ভিডিওটি আমরা দেখেছি, আই থিঙ্ক দিস ইজ ওয়ার্থ প্রিজার্ভিং, কারণ এত সুন্দর গাজী গানে যে ভদ্রলোক গাইলেন, এত সুন্দর তার পরিবেশনা, এত সুন্দর তার চেহারা, আমার মনে হচ্ছিল যে আমার আপন চাচার মতো। আমার চাচা এরকম দেখতে ছিলেন। সে যাই হোক, we have come almost to the end of the evening program. I don't know how much you have enjoyed, but I have. And we had actually several speakers, including Dr. Abdul Wahab and Parveen Ahmed, friend of mine, and Professor Masuduzzaman. And I'm both happy and glad and sorry that they couldn't come, but happy because if they would have come, we would have been in constraint of time. কারণ কেউই সময় ঘড়ির দিকে ভালো করে কেউ তাকায় না। 15 মিনিটের মধ্যে বলতে বলেছিলাম, কিন্তু কালে কালে বেলা চলে যায়, সময়ের দিকে আমরা সেরকম তাকাই না। But the good news is, at the end of the show, we have a speaker who is none else than Dr. Nasheed Kamal. I'm very proud to present her to you. her to you. She has been a teacher at the University of Dhaka, at Independent University, and at North-South University. Now she's teaching at BRAC as a professor. And she has been able to learn all the songs of her grandfather, Abbasuddin, most of the songs I would say, from her auntie Naki, Ferdowsi Rahman, and from me and others. And she is in a position to deliver a speech about 15-20 minutes on the Bhavaya folk songs and the contributions of Abbasuddin Ahmed, Dr. Nasheed Kamal.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, to be introduced by my own uncle, the very famous researcher, scholar, eminent writer and famous singer, Mr. Mustafa Zaman Abbasi. Actually, a lot of my attributes have to be attributed to my family, whose very special guidance brought me to wherever little I am today. With those words, I would like to say something about Abbasuddin Ahmed and folk songs. Abbasuddin Ahmed grew up in rural surroundings. He was initiated to the love of music and songs by the people from the Shia community who flanked one place to another when they sang their Marsiya songs during the commemoration of Muharram. When these commemorations left the scene, Abbasuddin Ahmed enriched himself with the songs of the villagers. Sometimes they were the elephant trotters, the fishermen, the cart puller. He also enjoyed imitating the chirping of the birds, the songs of the frogs during the rainy season. He listened to the cry of the wolves, the jackals, and even the resonance of the school bell drew his attention. His friends were enthralled by his singing. During his school days, he formed a social circle. They were a body of students who relieved the parents when their wards were suffering from the infamous waterborne disease, Kala Jar. During the night-long episodes of looking after patients, young Abbasuddin earned his name as a singer. Later in life, Abbasuddin weaved his way from the rural parts of Balarampur to study in Kuch Bihar and finally reached Calcutta to try out his luck as a musician. His initial days in Kolkata were spent in establishing himself firstly with modern songs and then with the songs of the famous poet Qazi Nazrul Islam. Once he was well established as an eminent artist in Kolkata, Abbasuddin created an opportunity to record the folk songs from his northern Bengal. These songs, known as Bhavaya and sung in the local dialect, earned their entry to the elite world of Kolkata, although the recording studios were much skeptical about releasing songs in the local dialect of North Bengal. Poet Qazi Nazrul Islam was aware of Abbasuddin Ahmed's inner desire to sing and market the colloquial songs of his native home. He played a trick on the studio owners. In the garb of songs of Nazrul Islam, he recorded a few songs. These songs carried the elitist lyrics by poet Qazi Nazrul Islam, but the tunes were those of Abbasuddin's North Bengal. For those who are interested, they are the songs Nodin Nam Shoi Anjana, Padma Dikhi Dhare Dhare and the like. The songs were much admired by the local elite, and this paved the way for Abbasuddin to propose the recording of his beloved Bhavaya. In fact, these folk songs sold like hotcakes and brought more profit to the studio than ever before. Abbasuddin felt that whereas for effective songs carrying the elitist language, one had to be well-bred, well-read, etc., the simple language of the folk songs were much more appealing as well as easy to understand. Not only did he record the songs himself, thus according the folk songs a position in the music world of Kolkata that people had never known before, he also brought in some of the fellow singers from Kuch Bihar, along with the musical accompanists in Dotara especially, and brought the original flavor of the ruddy paths of Kuch Bihar to the sterilized world of Kolkata inhabitants. The simple story of the stork caught in the trap and the pathos of the female stork rendered by Abbasuddin brought tears to the heart of millions. Man caught in the traps of life, so helpless yet so inevitable, wrote many of his Bhavaiya songs. Abbasuddin's family lived in Kuch Bihar Bhavaiya songs. One of the famous ones is O Mor Kala Re Kala, where there is a description of their newly made house in Kuch Bihar, Shadhur Dola. During the monsoon season, it was filled with water, and those became one with the water from the tears of. Yet, moving themes touched the hearts of Kolkata residents. In fact, 80% around this time, Abbasuddin came in contact with another renowned personality of Bangladesh, folk poet Jasimuddin Ahpur area, popularly known as the Bhati Anchol. This area is full of Dorodi Age Janle, Nodir Kul Nai Kinar Nai, Amar Gonghin Gangen Naya, Prano Shokhire, and they became the most hot cakes once again, although Bhavaiya was Abbasuddin's main forte. This duo made a concerted effort to present folk songs in various concerts at the Scottish Church College and other venues. They wore village dresses and encouraged the audience with simple tunes. The music world took a major turn. Later, in an academic paper presented in Germany in the mid-50s, Abbasuddin mentioned that he brought the folk songs from the neglected outhouse to the inner quarters of the musical world. He was greatly aided by internationally famous Dotara player Kanailal Sheel, who furthered the folk collection with several numbers from his own archives. Kanailal Sheel's Dotara sang aloud each line that Abbasuddin sang with his voice. The immortal pieces are
real feelings for others. In this short deliberation on Bhavaiya and the main person behind Bhavaiya, Abbasuddin, she has been able to draw lines from her own experience as to how this beautiful genre of Bengali music, one of the two, Bhavaiya and Bhatiyali. So this Bhavaiya has really taken a position of one of the most important genres of music in this part of the world. I thank you, Nashid, for being on time. That is, before it was ended. If you came just now, you wouldn't have it, because I've hardly a few minutes left for the session chairman's address. I know that folklore is a business topic. It is not as simple as a song. It is very, very laborious and painstaking study that I have seen in the person of Hanif Pathan, Dr. Mazharul Islam, Dr. Ashraf Siddiqui, and even my friends like Momin Chaudhary, Hafiz, Muhammad Saidu, Dr. Badiur Zaman, I can name many, Dr. Wahab now, and the present staff of Bengali Academy. It is really a specialized study. So we have been trying very hard from day one with the help of Professor Mansuruddin, Zainul Abidin Shilpacharya, Tofail Ahmed, Kamrul Hassan, Faiz Ahmed Faiz, Dr. Ashraf Siddiqui, Mazharul Islam, my father, Abdul Karim, my uncle, and many more, hundreds. We've been trying very hard to have an institute of folklore. We failed. But that didn't mean that we could not really collect the folk songs that were going, so that it doesn't get lost. So he understands that Mr. Abbasi also studied. So now I go to my speech. because I have hardly 7 minutes to conclude, or 8 minutes to conclude. It is like this. The heading is continuing research required. Number
আমাদের কি এখানে
সবই ঠিক আছে, এগুলি সবই ঠিক আছে, জীবনের ধরন কিছুই যাবে না।
No, not completely trained.
এক বছরের দিকে বললে কিন্তু একই হবে। হ্যাঁ, ওরকম হবে। আমি এখন আর বসে থাকি। কলকাতা করেছেন নিজের কাছে করে।
আর আপনি অঞ্চলে আসেন, একটা কাজ করেন, আমাদের যেসব ওই যে